we compare the odds getting a medical seat in India and US, it is still better. Okay, 1 out of 10 student will get into medical school here. This is the odd year, and in India, 1 out of nearly, I can say 10,000 students will get into medical school. Neurosurgery, brain surgeon, pulmonology, lungs, vascular surgeon. They deals with blood vessels and all, reconstructing blood vessels. GIT, stomach, intestine, etc. Forensic medicine, you might have seen that there are kuch to gadbad hai. Okay, so they find out gadbad. Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much, sir, for such a welcoming message and introduction. So let's start. So as we were discussing that there are various sort of new emerging field, right? And it was very interesting to note that you are working on it and you are getting used to of it. But my own experience says that no matter what you study, right? At the end, it is your heart which will take you somewhere where you really belong, right? So I'm very privileged that we are going to discuss how to become a good doctor or how to get into a medical school, right? So first I will give you different scenarios like what to do or what not to do. So let's start. Path of medical education in India and abroad. So basically today I am discussing about what are the ways in which you can become a doctor, right? So basically I have shown you these pictures here where I am comparing doctors from AIMS and doctors from Western world like from Harvard. So basically, if you are a doctor in this age, then you have to be good at technology, you have to be good at interpersonal relationships and skills apart from being good at medicine, right? So basically, if you are in this country, in India, right, there is a lot of competition in these mainstream careers. So if your ultimate aim is to become a doctor, then here I am to help you out. So first we will talk about very traditional path that we have been following. This place that is NEET UG exam, right? NEET UG exam. This particular part was very messy 10 years down the line because there were hundreds of exams being conducted for different medical schools. But now government has unified and there is just one exam for it that is called NEET UG. Through this exam, you can get into AIMS as well as all other medical institutions, right? So you have to start your preparation, your journey right from the class 11th and class 12th, right? And then you have to appear for this exam. If we talk about the number of seats in this exam, so there are roughly 70,000 spot seats available across the country, right? And if we talk about the number of applicants, it is nearly 18 to 20 lakh. And this list is growing each and every day, right? And I need not tell that there are thousands of institutions which are going to help you out in the preparation of this NEET UG exam, right? So in this whole scenario, I'm going to explain you what to do, what not to do, and from where you can pursue MBBS easily, and from where you can get your MBBS seat with little bit difficulty, but it holds some value, it holds some respect. Okay. So first of all, this is about MBBS degree in India. And second, if you are pursuing MBBS from, let's say, Russia, China, or Nepal, or any other country. Okay. So first, I am giving you a comparison between when you are studying in India and pursuing your medical career in India. and you are doing from other countries, and what are the reason why you have to go for it, or why you should not go, each and everything I will explain here. And if I talk about United States, this is the best place on earth to study medicine, right? But how to study medicine in USA, that will be also explained in the subsequent sections. Okay. So first, I'm telling you that there are 18 to 20 lakh individuals. So in certain cases, some student who are not able to score as high as 620 to 640 marks out of 720 in NEET UG exam, right? After writing multiple shots of the NEET UG exam, then they will prefer going here, right? So they will go Russia, China, etc. And they have to score just 140 marks. 140 marks here out of 720. And they are eligible to go abroad, right? But the most difficult part of this plan is this MCI or FMG exam. Because when you are coming from Russia, China, or Nepal, etc., so that degree will be valid in India only after passing this exam, that is FMG exam or MCI exam, right? So another alternative route is that some of the students migrate to USA after writing this exam, which is known as USMLE, right? And here in India, if you are getting into AIMS, then medical education is almost free. It is as cheap as the cost of one t-shirt. Okay, one good t-shirt, I would say. So you can either choose to buy a t-shirt or you can study at AIMS and become a doctor. But of course, it requires a lot of hard work. I'll come to it. I'll explain you how to do that. Now, next. Here, as I have already explained, you need just 140 marks or above 140 marks and you are ready to go Russia or China. But if we talk about your MD degree in USA, then there is one big question mark, and that is the cost. So the most of the universities in USA are private and they charge a hefty amount as a tuition fee. Although most of the student in these universities in US, they will get some like what we call student loans. But if you are not from not a native or not from USA, in that case, it might be quite difficult. And the second thing is they are not having any straightforward exam, right? For this, you need your graduation degree right from USA, and then you should have some social work and some letter of recommendations. And after that, you can get into medical school. Although if we compare the odds getting a medical seat in India and US, it is still better. Okay, 1 out of 10 students will get into medical school here. This is the odd year. And in India, 1 out of nearly, I can say 10,000 students will get into medical school. Okay. And if we talk about the cost of this, and another important fact that you should remember, that here in India, we call this degree MBBS, and the same degree in USA is called as MD. And in India, MD means this is the post-graduation or super specialization, but in USA, it is called residency. So there are some slightly different terms, but they mean the same thing. And then we have super specialty, that is DM degree or MCH degree. And here it is known as fellowship, and that after that, there is board certification, right? So if you can see in this diagram, all these arrows are leading to USA, right? And I will tell you why it is happening and what is the reason. The reason is very simple. This degree that is MD in USA will come at the cost of nearly 3 to 4 crores Indian rupees, right? So it is very costly to study there. But if you are doing your MBBS either from these countries, right, or from India, or from India, and after that you can write USMLE exam. So basically, it is a three-stage exam. You can start writing this exam like right after second year of your MBBS, and there are three stages. So you can write second stage by the time you finish your internship, and then you can go for the final round, that is interview round, which will be held in USA. So basically, you save this money if you are studying in India. If you are studying in India, you are completing your MBBS from here, and then you write USMLE, you go for residency to USA. In this scenario, you need not spend this money, first of all. The second most important part is in residency, you are being paid, right? And this is also a huge amount. If we compare it in India, it is almost 1.5 crore to 2 crore per annum. So you can save also, right? And but this strategy means you are doing your MBBS from India, and then you are going USA through USMLE, and then you are completing your specialization there in the form of residency. And if you plan to come back to India, very sad story, right? Your PG degree from US is not valid in India. Okay, government is working on it. Maybe someday something will happen. So if you are planning to settle in USA, you can follow this route. Government will hate me for this, because after all, it is the public money you are being you are using. Okay, no problem. Then another very popular route, this one. You do MBBS in India, you do MD in India, and then you go USMLE. But there is one drawback and one positive thing. Here you have to repeat your residency. This MD program, you have to repeat it, because Indian MD degree is not valid in USA. Right? No problem. But this format, this format has one advantage, that you can come back from USA anytime to India if you are not feeling well, or if you think that you are being homesick, you can come back. So this strategy is very popular and people are taking it. And if you are aiming to become the James Bond of medicine, then you have to go for super specialization degree, that is DM or MCH. So it is 3-year course, and here there are certain branches, for example, urology and neurosurgery, plastic surgery, etc., which offers you 6-year course. So it include specialization and super specialization both. So advantage of 6-year course right after your MBBS is that you have to appear for just two most difficult exams of your life. One is NEET UG and another is NEET PG, and you are done. Okay. Now, let's come to this route. So here the cost is very less. It is 2 to 3 lakh rupees per year, right? So that means in 10 to 12 lakh rupees, you can complete your MBBS from these countries, and then you can write either MCA, or you can go to USA after writing USMLE exam. Okay. So there are a lot of options. Now let us come to the main point. Okay, main point is, first of all, your goal has to be clear why you want to become a doctor. Okay. The reason is because this is a very tough field. Tough field in the sense that becoming a doctor is not a job, it is a lifestyle. You have to adjust to this lifestyle. So that's it. And you should have a lot of patience, because this is 5.5 year, 3 year, and 3 year. So this is straight away 11 years, 11 and a half years, when you are a very studious student and you are doing each of these degree on time. Or if you are having some gaps there, then it may stretch to 13 years, 14 years, or 15 years. So patience should be there, right? Next. Hmm. So, dear student, you might be knowing many specialties of the medicine, but there are some specialties which might be new for you. So we will be talking about those specialties, right? Hmm. So let's start. So the first one is radiology. Okay. Basically, you becomes a specialist who can read MRI, X-ray scan, PET scan, etc. And this is very sought after branch, mostly chosen by toppers. Second is cardiology. Cardiology is very common and very important, and every NEET aspirant want to become a cardiologist. Maybe they idolize Dr. Naresh Trehan. That's not bad, but mostly everybody know about it. Then pathology, it deals with like infections and all, right? Obs gynae, everybody knows. Medicine, surgery, ped, basically child specialist. Oncology, cancer, ENT, ear, nose, throat. Psychiatry, we say pagalo ka doctor. Neurology, it is about nervous system, brain and spine. Ophthalmologist, eye. Urology, excretion, or basically urinary system and all. Nuclear medicine, it deals with a lot many things, like for example curing a cancer with the help of radiations, right? So these two are little bit related. Plastic surgery, they reconstruct the face and all, they can change the aesthetic of your body design. Anesthesia, बेहोश करने वाला डॉक्टर. Emergency medicine, family medicine, preventive and social medicine. So preventive and social medicine, most commonly it is known as PSM, and it deals with pandemic like the one we have seen recently. Okay, next. So now we have a few more specialties that we are going to talk about. Neurosurgery, brain surgeon, pulmonology, lungs, vascular surgeon. They deals with blood vessels and all, reconstructing blood vessels. GIT, stomach, intestine, etc. Forensic medicine, you might have seen that there are kuch to gadbad hai. Okay, so they find out gadbad, murder, etc. Geriatrics, this might be new for some of you because it deals with, we have pediatrists for children and geriatrists for elderly people above 60. Hematology, blood. Rheumatology, it deals with swelling of the different form, internal organ and all. Intensive care, everybody knows. Cardiothoracic surgery, chest and heart. Nephrology, kidneys. Endocrine, hormones. Sports medicine, you might have seen sports medicine doctors during cricket matches and all. Then these some of them are like only what should I say? These are non-practicing doctors. They mostly becomes professor in medical schools. Pediatrist, we have already discussed, and microbiologist. They are responsible for finding out what microbes are there inside the body, right? Next part. Hmm. So what we have seen before this, these are all medical specialties or specialties as a doctors, right? There are some more, for example, BDS, BAMS, BHMS. These are, we call it Ayurvedic doctors, homeopathic doctors, dentist, then B Pharma and D Pharma. These are related to pharma sector, everybody knows. Then lab technician, physiotherapist, psychologist, nurses, biologist, scientist, agriculture, horticulture, environmental scientist, college professor, veterinary doctor, and medical technologist. So there are so many other things to be done if you are having biology as your optional subject. And if you don't want to become a doctor, then you can choose many of these options, right? Okay, now moving on further. Now we will discuss about the most sought after exam, that is the NEET. So there are three subjects: physics, chemistry, and biology, right? So there are 50 questions. Out of 50 questions, you need to do just 45. Same is with the chemistry. Out of 50, you have to do 45. And here out of 100, you have to do just 90 questions. So basically, there are total 120 questions and you have to do 180. Total marks are 720. And if you are looking for getting into AIMS these days, now it has become more difficult. The reason is the score should be 715 out of 720. Okay, almost whole class these days at AIMS Delhi is scoring more than 710 marks out of 720, right? And when we talk about marking scheme, +4 for the correct answer, -1 for wrong answer, and for not attempted, there are 0 marks, right? And question type, almost all questions are MCQ, but in MCQ, there could be some variation. There could be matching type, there could be statement type, or assertion region type, but all questions are what? Assertion region type. Sorry, all questions are MCQ type. Now, this is the usual cutoff. If you belong to general category, then this cutoff is 620 to 640, right? So I'll tell you how to get this cutoff very easily, right? So this is the first entrance exam as you begin your journey as a career in medicine. So this is the first exam that you will write. So mostly we will be focused on this exam because this is the gateway exam which will help you to get into medical school. Now here, there are a few things that you need to keep in mind. And what are these? Your college seat or college will depends on your rank, and rank will translate into marks. So that means it will depend on marks. So there are various sort of rank: all India rank, state rank, or category wise rank. So cutoff for different ranks are different. And regarding all India and state quota, 85% seats goes for state quota as a general rule, right? And remaining 15% comes under all India quota. So if you are appearing for this exam, you will be getting two forms of rank list. One will be state quota rank and all India rank. So according to, you will get the college. If you want to go to the best college, your school has to be best. Otherwise, you can get whatever you are getting in that particular score. So talking about, are there ranks for colleges also? So answer is yes. The rank of the college is based on research, patient care, and the how good education they are providing, right? So there is a rank for the college and there is rank for the student. And if it is matching, then you will get a seat. one very important point is this is not a tough exam. This is not a tough exam, but you need to be careful while selecting the kind of study material or kind of strategy you are following or method of learning. So these all need attention here. Okay, so if your method is correct, you are reading the right material that is required, then nobody can stop you from becoming a doctor. So talking about right guidance, as sir has already told you that I'm working in this field, I'll give you a brief introduction about that also. So I started teaching when I was first year medical student at AIMS Delhi. And recently, one of my student, this girl, Sadhana Siri, she topped in Delhi NCR. She got the first rank in Delhi NCR. So she is not the only one. In past 10 years, there has been many success story. I will say thousands of success stories. So there is these days there is no good medical school in which I'm not having at least 5 to 6 students. They're everywhere, and I'm creating more histories, more such histories. And